7.11. Here these questions are based on the properties of definite integral which we have earlier used in the previous module. Now we will start with question number 7. Looks simple, and also we have done this using substitution method earlier, but need to use definite integral properties. So what we can do, here we will use property number 5, which says that 0 to a fx dx can be written as 0 to a f of a minus x dx. As you see, when it starts from 0, the lower limit always we try first property number 5. What's that? Here, if I apply the property integral, it can be written as 0 to 1. In place of this x, I write 1 minus x, and in this bracket also 1 minus x whole to the power n dx. Now solving. When you open the bracket, this 1 will be cancelled out. So we finally get 0 to 1 minus x, from here x to the power n dx. Now this makes it convenient, more convenient. Why? Because the power n, it was a binomial. Now this is given of a monomial, which can be multiplied in the bracket, and we finally get the integration of 0 to 1 x to the power n dx minus 0 to 1 x to the power n plus 1 dx. And solving, we get 1 upon n plus 1 x to the power n plus 1 from 0 to 1, and rest here minus 1 upon n plus 2 x to the power n plus 2, 0 to 1. Further, we can put the limit. To solve that, we are having is from first term. If I put 1, obviously 1 raised to the power some power, any number, that will be 1 as it is, and 0 remains 0. The same we get from the second bracket, means each bracket is giving us 1. So that's why we get 1 upon n plus 1 minus 1 upon n plus 2. Further, we can take LCM to get the simplest form of the answer, n plus 2 minus n minus 1. 1 upon n plus 1 n plus 2. It gives us the final value of integral using a property we get. Okay. Next, we think of question number 8. This is a bigger question here. Looks with bigger function. Okay, but still, as it starts with 0, so we will use the property as it is. We get I as 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan pi by 4 minus x dx. As you see that we are having x only in one place with tan. So there we have written pi by 4 minus x. We know that pi by 4 minus x can be expanded by tan a minus b, can directly be used as identity also, and we can write in place of the second term 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus 1 minus tan x upon 1 plus tan x. This directly can be used as identity of tan pi by 4 minus x. While taking LCM and simplifying, we find here it is 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan x plus 1 minus tan x. In denominator, it is 1 plus tan x dx. These two terms cancelled out. We are left with the value of integral as 0 to pi by 4 log of 2 upon 1 plus tan x dx. Further, what else? This is the result we have obtained. We can apply the property of log, and we can rewrite the function as 0 to pi by 4 log of 2 minus log of 1 plus tan x dx. Obviously, we have obtained the two terms. We will expand. We will open the bracket. We can write I as 0 to pi by 4 log of 2 dx minus 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan x dx. Okay. Now, this portion you can see, this is the original function given. This is the original function given to us, which is the value of I. So we can replace this term with I. Here in the first term log 2 is the constant. So parallelly we will write it log 2 beyond the operator 0 to pi by 4 1 dx minus it remains I. Shifting I to the left hand side we get twice of I equal to log of 2 and here we get x limit from 0 to pi by 4. Okay. Now 2 shifted right hand side we get half of log of 2 from the bracket we get pi by 4 and finally we have pi by 8 log of 2 as the value of integral. Now you can see how easy it makes when we use the property, otherwise function was looking to be bigger, a complicated one. So just identify which property is applicable. So repeatedly I am speaking property number 5 should be tried when the lower limit is 0. We will see next batch of questions here. Now next we have taken question number 10. Yes, this is truly a bigger one, and here this is based on one very long solution. One integral is derivatives of log sin x from 0 to pi by 2. Log sin x is dx 0 to pi by 2, and that is a part of this solution also. So while doing, I will be explaining everything about it. So let's start first of all. As I see again, it starts with 0. So I will here try first fifth property, which says that 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Okay. Now this property we will apply in between. So first of all, I see that I can separate in two terms. So I will write I as 0 to pi by 2. Here putting 2 log of sin x dx minus 0 to pi by 2 log of sin 2x dx. Now first we will think of this log sin 2x dx. Okay. Here if I apply the property, I find one thing, considering as I1 and let it be 1. Okay. Now we'll think of I1 if I take 0 to pi by 2 log sin 2x dx, and for this 2x let us consider as t, substitution method. Here first I will apply. So I find that it becomes dx equal to half dt for sure. So I1 we will write half log sin t dt. But for the limit, if I take 0, so t also is 0 and pi by 2, it becomes pi. Okay. Now this is one thing we have seen. Also, by property number 1, property number 1 says that a to b fx dx, a to b f of t dt, these two are equal. As we get a constant result, this is property number 1 to change the variable. So here also we can write I1 as 1 upon 2 0 to pi log sin x dx. Why am I doing so? Because I want this to be, I am trying to make the second term also similar to the first one. Okay. Now we go ahead. Here we see that it's given pi 0 to pi. Now obviously if I apply property number 5, replacing x by pi minus x is not giving us a changed result. It remains as it is. Okay. So property number 5 here is applicable but not useful. So what we have to do? We will go to now similar property. Property number 5 starts with 0. You must keep in mind property number 6 also starts with 0. So property number 6 we will use. It says 0 to 2a fx dx is given. Then it has two values. It has two values. This gives us twice of fx dx 0 to a if f of 2a minus x, this is equal to fx, and ahead it gives us 0 if f of 2a minus x, this is equal to minus fx. Okay, so this thing we'll keep in mind. Here what we have to do, we need to, here the value of 2a is pi. So if I take the log, you see log sine pi minus x. Sine pi minus theta means sine theta. So this is equal to log x. So here we get as the result log sine pi minus x is a log sine x, remains as it is. Sine minus theta, sine pi minus theta is sine theta. Okay. Now there is no change. So this is similar to the first pattern. This is similar to the first pattern. So what we can do? We can write here I1 as half this integral. Now directly can be written as 0 to pi. The value of pi, don't forget, it is 2a. Okay. So as the function remains as it is, that's why this can be written as twice 0 to a. So if 2a is pi, then the value of a is pi by 2. This way can be written so. And log sin x, function remains as it is, log sin x dx. Now 2 and 2 cancelled out, so value of I1 we get 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx. I hope you understand. Here I have applied frequently these properties. Okay, here it was the first one. There I have used the property number 6. So using them, now this I1, its value suppose I put here in 1. So I can be written as 2 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx minus 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx. They are same integrals, so we finally get I as 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx. Now I need to show the integral of 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx. As I said, first of all I will convert. After this I will explain this one. Okay, this is a very important question from this topic and generally given in exams also, because it includes its solution includes 2-3 properties. Okay, we have to use 2-3 properties throughout the solution. So let's start log sin x in a new start. Now, so far as we have seen that the given integral can be written as 0 to pi by 2 log sin x. Here we will start its integration. We will use first of all problem number 5 once again. Let us consider this to be 1. Okay. Now we consider I as 0 to pi by 2 log sin pi by 2 minus x. These are fixed steps we do. Okay. So applying problem number 5, I replace x by pi by 2 minus x. I know there is a change now, sin pi by 2 minus theta. It is cos theta. So 0 to pi by 2 log cos x dx. Give it 2. And as usually, applying problem number 5, the original function and the result are added. So 1 plus 2 gives us 2i equal to 0 to pi by 2 log sin x plus log cos x dx. And applying the properties of log, we get 2i 0 to pi by 2. This is log sin x into cos x dx. But we know that the value of sin x cos x by the identity of sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. So the sin x cos x can be written as log of sin 2x upon 2 dx. Okay. Now further we can expand by again the properties of log, and we get 2i equal to 0 to pi by 2 log 2 minus log sin 2x. Recently you could see we were having the same result. Okay. By the way, here we have the value of log sin x, sin 2x first, so this will be plus and minus. Okay. This I have shown, this is the value of log sin x, 0 to pi by 2, means we can write I as half 0 to pi by 2 minus log 2 plus log sin 2x dx. Okay, this much I hope you have got. Now here what we can do, what else we are having? As I see that the same thing, this function is used as a part of it. I equal to 0 to pi by 2 log sin x is the first term of the given function, and log sin 2x, this is the second term. Here either you expand it completely, then you will get the result, or this value also we can use directly. Okay, so as I was intentionally explaining you the integration of log sin x, so before I do something else, I will continue with the same. Okay, what else we do? Let me explain. This can be written as I equal to this log 2 common, half log 2 0 to pi by 2 1 dx here, plus half 0 to pi by 2 log sin 2x dx. Now this will become, this can be solved. This will become minus half log 2 x 0 to pi by 2. Here we will use properties. As I see, it is 2x. So again, this will be solved separately. Okay, but this time it is 0 to pi by 2. So we consider this to be some I2. So we will solve I2 separately. Here I put plus I2, and solving this bracket, putting the limit, we are having I is equal to minus half log, this becomes pi by 2, and finally we have minus pi by 4 log pi by 2. Sorry, this is log 2. Yeah. So this we get the value of I with plus I2 from here. We put that as 3, point number 3. Now we will solve I2 separately. I2 is given half 0 to pi by 2 log sin 2x dx. Substitution method, if I take 2x as t, so x dx, this is equal to half dt, and we have I2, this is equal to 1 by 4. Now limits, if I put 0 here, so t also is 0, pi by 2 will become pi log sin t dt. This is sin t dt, 0 to pi, and this becomes similar to the previous function what we have seen earlier. So yes, property number 1 will make it I2. We can change the variable, so we can write here log sin x dx, and as we see that, again if I put x, if I replace x by pi minus x using property number 5, it does not make a change. Okay, so that's why using this property number 6, as I see, log sin pi minus x, this is equal to log sin x, which says that recently we have discussed is f of 2a minus x, this is equal to fx. Then property number 6 says that we can write it as I2 will be 1 by 4 into this will become twice 0 to half of this value, means pi by 2, and log sin x as it is. It becomes I2, it equal to 1 by 2, and this 0 to pi by 2 log sin x, this one is being continued. We have seen this is equal to I again. So what we can do, this value of I2 as I will put in 3. So from 3 we can say it becomes I equal to minus pi by 4 log 2 plus half I here. When half of I shifted this side, we get half of I equal to minus pi by 4 log 2, and 2 and this 4 cancelled out. final value of I we get minus pi by 2 log 2, which is the result of given integral. Now this is finally what I have shown actually. I have solved this question using log sin x in full. This is the full solution for log sin x 0 to pi by 2. As I said, this is important, so we need to see that properly. So this finally we have obtained. Now I was speaking in between, we can use this result directly in the integral. I will show you that method also. So that becomes second method. Okay. If we expand this log sin x, we show that this 0 to pi by 2 log sin x is equal to these two terms. Now how we can use them? Let's see. Now, using the second method, as we started with 0 to pi by 2 log sin x, as I taking I as integration 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx equal to half, this whole we will write 0 to pi by 2 minus log 2 dx plus, we write both of them as combined terms only, log sin 2x dx. Now, step number 1, 2 shifted this side. Reason I am finding it with log sin x only. So 2 shifted left hand side, I will find 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx equal to, now these two terms can be, now in this term we will open 0 to pi by 2 minus log 2 dx plus 0 to pi by 2 log sin 2x dx. Okay. Now as required, I need this as second term. We find it in the same limit. So this will be shifted left hand side. And once we do 0 to pi by 2, the operator is common, and inside we are left with 2 log sin x. This dx we write out. This is log sin. It is 2x dx. This is equal to the right hand side. I find it's a constant minus log 2 out. We are left with 0 to pi by 2 1 dx. Now you can compare this. Left hand side completely becomes equal to the given integral. Okay. So that's why I need I as minus log 2 x 0 to pi by 2, which finally gives us minus pi by 2 log 2. Now this is applicable when you are aware of the integration of log sin x very well. Then we can apply this method. This is easier, more convenient, very early we are getting the answer. Okay, so depends now onwards. If you understand log sin x very well, then you can apply this method also. We'll see next now. Yes, here as next question I have taken 11, very interesting, and it's 12th also. Let's see. Here, if I say we need to compare the limits with some properties, then we can do this as property number 7. It says that minus a to a fx dx, it has two values, twice of 0 to a fx dx if fx f of minus x is equal to fx, means even function. It is 0 if f of minus x is minus fx, means odd function. This we have seen in explanation of properties. So here this property, actually why am I saying so, watching the limits, the best way to spot the property is these limits only. Okay, so if I apply the same, I find that sine square x function is given sine square minus x, this will become sine square x only. Yes, I know sine minus x, this is minus sine x, but being square will turn positive. Means there is no change if I replace x by negative x. So that's why we need to apply the pattern number 1. Integral can be written as twice of 0 to a, means pi by 2. Here we get sine square x dx. Now This much is the application of property number 7. Further, I see it starts with 0. So I actually directly, if I want to integrate, I need to apply 1 minus cos 2x upon 2 formula, which we have done earlier. So let's try some shorter method. So for that it starts with 0. So application of property number 5 we will try. As I know, sin pi by 2 minus x makes it cos. So yes, let's do. This is one. Property number 5. You can say twice of 0 to pi by 2. This is sin square pi by 2 minus x dx, which makes it twice 0 to pi by 2 cos square x dx. Conclusion. Now we need to add up. Now you have, in my opinion, understood what to do next. If I take 1 plus 2, it makes it 2i, but we are having 0 to pi by 2 sin square x plus cos square x dx. It's 1. So yes, these two cancelled out. I is equal to, we have 0 to pi by 2 dx, which finally gives us pi by 2 as the result. Now, not too much we have done. We have simply applied the properties and solved it. Okay. Now the same thing, 12th question. As usual, I will say, as it is 0 to pi, it is starting 0. So first property number 5 we will see, and we will check whether change is there or not. So x will be replaced by pi minus x, and here sin pi minus theta remains as it is, no change. Still, what I want to show, this is first this becomes applying property number 5. This time I am not adding because previous questions I have already written the property. So let's apply pi minus x dx upon 1 plus sin pi minus x. Okay, so it becomes I 0 to pi. This is pi minus x as it is, and below 1 plus sin x. This is the final result. So we can add up 1 and 2 once again. So 1 plus 2 gives us 2i equal to 0 to pi x plus pi minus x upon 1 plus sin x dx. X to x cancelled out. You see, in presence of x it is not very easy to integrate, but we have used the property to eliminate x from the function, which is unwanted part. Okay, so further we can write this as 2i equal to pi 0 to pi 1 upon 1 plus sin x dx. Now what we can do? I can be written as pi by 2 0 to pi. Here, to solve this one, we will apply direct method. More properties could be done. We will apply direct method, multiply numerator denominator by 1 minus sin x. So we get 1 minus sin x. Here we get 1 minus sin square x, which further becomes cos square x. So we have pi by 2 0 to pi 1 minus sin x upon cos square x dx. Now cos square x we will separate in both of the terms. So we will get here I equal to pi by 2 0 to pi sec square x minus sin upon cos tan, remaining one more, so sec x tan x dx. So this way we have converted the function in basic terms. We can integrate them directly. We have I equal to pi by 2 sec square x becomes tan x minus this integration is sec x and limit is 0 to pi. Now solving, I is equal to pi by 2 tan pi, it is 0, sec pi, this is minus 1. So we get 0 minus of minus 1, putting pi in there, minus tan 0, it is 0, and sec 0 is 1. Let's simplify. We get I equal to pi by 2 into, finally from this bracket we are having 1 plus 1, which is 2, these two cancelled out, and final answer is pi. So this way we have seen the application of properties in these questions. I hope you get it.